Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, invited guests, excellencies, I have the honor to address you on this side event on how public-private partnerships, PPPs, are enhancing and can actually enhance more access to water and sanitation, not only in Africa but also worldwide. It is estimated that at least 30 billion annually is required for Africa to be able to achieve the water-related SDG 6 as well as other SDGs by 2030. On the African continent, unfortunately, only 10 to 19 billion is available annually, leaving this significant gap. It's the Continental Africa Water Investment Program that I head aims to close this gap by implementing a number of intervention measures that can address some of the key challenges. These interventions include establishment of an international high-level panel at the heads of state level, also comprising of other global leaders. The high-level panel for water investments in Africa was launched by His Excellency President Macky Sall during the World Water Forum in Senegal in 2022. And during the UN Water Conference, they launched a significant report called Africa's Rising Investment Tide. And this report identifies pathways, 3 key pathways for achieving and mobilizing the 30 billion and 9 key financing sources through what is called the pyramid of water investment transformation. The high-level panel is now actually developing an investment plan to accompany the report, identifying clear sources where the funding could go. And as part of this process, the African Union Commission very recently launched a process to invite African countries to submit what they consider as investable projects with a clear return on investment. I'm very pleased to say that 51 projects have been received so far by the African Union Commission and the high-level panel from 19 countries. And what these projects show is that indeed there is a very clear investable opportunity on the continent. Every dollar invested in water security, in water, climate resilience water security returns at least $7. And this is very critical to expand access to water security, address some of the challenges that are required in terms of meeting goals on education, health, as well as the right access to water. Of the 51 projects that were received, most of them show a very clear financial return, with some of them ranging between 9% and 48% in terms of internal financial return. These are huge opportunities. So these opportunities are there, and water represents a huge investment opportunity. Of the 51 projects that were received, 44 of them actually are suitable for investment through PPPs. And most of them are seeking funding, not only as grants, because they demonstrate and show a clear financial return, but also demonstrating clearly that the financial model would include also not only grants, but also repayable grants, loans, and other financial instruments. So the cost of inaction on the African continent in particular is too high. According to the high-level panel, nearly 200 billion is lost a year as a result of insufficient investments in water security, and at the same time because of inefficiencies in terms of the management and also weak regulation. And as a result, the high-level panel recommends 5 key areas of intervention, what they call the 5-point plan. Number 1, establishing very clear cross-sectoral political leadership at the highest level, because water goes across ministries, traditional ministries. At the same time, water incorporates and goes across national boundaries. So having a cross-sectoral leadership and a whole system government approach at the highest of level of government is required. Number 2, tracking progress and enhancing mutual accountability between the key partners, including the political leaders, as well as the private sector and the different partners, to ensure that we keep track of where the progress is and where the bottlenecks are. Number 3, the high-level panel recommends mobilizing innovative finance and particularly promoting matchmaking facilities to be able to match the supply of finance as well as the demand for finance by countries and governments. Number 4, the panel also recommends strengthening institutional regulation to ensure clarity in terms of the rules of the game, making sure that those who are interested in investing have a very clear rules of play. At the same time, the tariff structures are very clear, and also establishing clear incentives and penalties for those that are not complying, but also incentives for utilities and other things that are performing. And finally, the using of ODA as to help de-risk investments in water security is required to be able to attract larger pools of funding. So overall, though, these are the recommendations of the high-level panel, and for now it is my pleasure to invite you to watch this summary video of the key core recommendations of the high-level panel for the Africa Water Investment Program. Thank you.